Previously, in this series of videos, we have covered Morphine's interface and have gone into a few examples on how to use Morphine to create your own sounds. In this last video, I will quickly go over the information that you will require to set up Morphine to work in standalone mode. Standalone mode allows you to be able to control Morphine in an instrument in its own right. And this allows you to, for example, use Morphine in a live situation with little more than a laptop and a keyboard controller. The first concern is to set up your audio interface and your controller keyboard. This can be done from the Options drop-down menu at the top of the standalone interface. Very often, you'll have a list like this when you open your audio settings interface. Generally, it is better to choose an ASIO driver over other choices. The reason for this is that ASIO drivers provide a lower latency. For those of you that don't know about latency, it is a delay between your computer receiving information and processing it for output to your audio interface. Generally speaking, better audio interfaces with more adapt drivers will give you a better latency. And consumer-type audio interfaces are more suited towards gaming purposes, give you a higher latency. In all cases, your latency will be determined by a balance of fast responsiveness and processor usage, since the lower latencies come with a heavier CPU hit. You can reduce or increase your latency by changing the audio buffer size. In many cases, with some audio interfaces, you will have the option here to show the device panel for your hardware. In this instance, I can call up the interface of my M-Audio Firewire Solo interface. The sampling rate will govern the sound quality of the audio coming from your interface. 44.1 kHz equates to the equivalent of CD audio sound and is generally a good balance. The last section here gives you an option to set up any controller keyboards or MIDI controllers in general. Down at the bottom, you can choose which outputs of your interface you want Morphine to use, as well as giving you access to the Help function. The Help menu also includes links to a few of the websites you may need or want to access. And from the About option, you can call up some of the details, including the current version of Morphine you are using. With all that set up, you can then use Morphine in standalone mode. This ends the series of videos that show you how to use Morphine. I hope you have enjoyed these tutorials.